with the Socialist Revolutionaries. And side note, for about a month both of these governments were housed in the same building, which must have been quite awkward given that the coming revolution was just down the hall to the left. At first, the Petrograd Soviet was dominated by the Mensheviks. For the most part, they believed that the best course forward in order to establish a communist state was to support the provisional government, because they felt that Russia's economy wasn't sufficiently developed enough to make the leap to communism, and instead it needed to go through the industrial capitalism bit first. Whereas the Bolsheviks had very different ideas on how to achieve a communist state. In the end, the Mensheviks even ended up taking cabinet positions and most notably supported the continuation of Russia's involvement in World War I. And this was a fatal mistake, since the basis of authority for the Mensheviks within the provisional government was the support of the soldiery. This led to a breakdown in cooperation between the Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks, and importantly saw the Bolsheviks rapidly gain support. In July, some of their supporters attempted to overthrow the government, which failed, and as a result, the provisional government, including the Mensheviks, cracked down on the Bolsheviks, leading to the arrest of some and forcing Lenin into exile. It wasn't long afterwards that there was an attempted military coup, which failed, but most people saw the government as complicit in it. As such, many people now turned to the Bolsheviks, and things got even more tense, leading to Lenin returning because it was time for Revolution Number 2. As you'll know, this one saw the Bolsheviks placed in complete control, providing you ignored the long and incredibly brutal civil war that followed. As the war progressed, the Bolsheviks, who were now calling themselves the Communist Party, centralized power and removed the Mensheviks and other leftists from government positions. This expulsion didn't mean the end of the Mensheviks, though. As a result, many went south to Georgia and briefly around the country until it was conquered by the Reds in 1921. And in the same year, a group of disenfranchised sailors on the island of Kronstadt, just here, launched a rebellion against the government. It was mostly an anarchist one, but there were some left-wing sympathies amongst the rebels, and so after crushing the revolt, the communists probably used it as an excuse to ban all other competing parties in the country. Menshevism had finally lost out to Bolshevism. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching. A special thanks to my patrons, James Bissonette, Sam, Kelly Moneymaker, The Pastry Section, Danny Malone, Mo, Marvin Cassow, Rob Waterhouse, James Castaneda, Jordan Long,
Yo! You hit my mirror! Stop! You hit my mirror!